Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into John C. Maxwell's incredible book, Be a People Person. In just a few minutes, we're going to unpack the core strategies that can help you build way better, more meaningful relationships in, well, every part of your life.
So let's just start with the main event, the one idea this entire book is built on. This quote right here, it's everything. It's a huge reminder that connection always comes before content, that your care for someone matters so much more than your knowledge. This is the bedrock of what it means to be a people person.
So, why does this matter so much? Well, Maxwell's argument is that our success, our happiness, pretty much everything good in life is tied directly to how well we relate to other people. This isn't just some soft skill, it's foundational. So the real question is, how do we get better at it? The book suggests a surprisingly simple place to start. Instead of trying to just invent some kind of magnetic personality from scratch, it says we should just look around us, pay attention to the qualities that we are drawn to in other people. And that brings us to a timeless idea, something we've all heard of, the golden rule. But Maxwell reframes it. It's not just a nice thought, it's an actual strategic tool for understanding what really, truly connects us as human beings. Now, here's the crucial part. This is an active strategy. It isn't about sitting back and waiting for people to be nice to you. Nope. It's about you deciding how you want to be treated. And then you take the first step. You initiate that behavior. You become the one who changes the dynamic. Okay, so what's so cool about this slide is how it breaks that big idea down into 5 things every single one of us wants. We all want to be encouraged, appreciated, forgiven, listened to, and understood. Now, for today, we're going to dive into a really powerful story from the book about that very first one, the incredible need for encouragement. Maxwell tells this incredible story about a young man and his dad. They'd play catch, and the goal was always for the son to catch 10 balls in a row. But the father, thinking he was teaching his son to be tough, would always, on purpose, make that 10th throw impossible to catch. So what was the result? It wasn't a tough, self-reliant son. It was a young man who just felt like he could never, ever measure up. He felt like he could never win in his dad's eyes. And this story just perfectly shows the deep, lasting damage that a lack of encouragement can do. Okay. So if we know what people want from us, how do we actually start doing it? How do we develop those qualities in ourselves? Well, the book points to one big quality that kind of covers all of this: charisma. But here's the thing you have to get. Charisma is not some magical gift you're either born with or you're not. Maxwell says it's a learnable skill. It's a personal magic that anyone can develop. And you know what it all comes down to? Simply where you place your focus. And this slide just nails the difference. See, most of us walk into a room totally focused on ourselves. We have that here I am attitude. But a truly charismatic person, they walk in with a there you are mindset. They immediately make other people feel seen, important, and valued. And this right here, this is the secret sauce. It is a simple but absolutely profound shift in perspective. The moment you stop trying to get people to think you're impressive and you start trying to make them feel good about themselves, that's when you develop that magnetic quality people just can't get enough of. But listen, to really focus on other people with that there you are energy, you need a strong foundation inside yourself first. And that foundation, that core, is confidence. To show you just how fragile confidence can be, Maxwell tells this story about a man who sold hot dogs on the side of the road. He absolutely believed in his product, he was passionate, and because of that genuine confidence, his business was just booming. But then, his son, who Maxwell calls a confidence shaker, came home from college. He was full of all this pessimistic talk about the economy, and the father's beliefs started to waver. He cut back on his orders, he stopped advertising, and his sales just tanked. His reality changed the very second his confidence did. So that begs a huge question, right? If our confidence can be so easily rattled by other people's opinions, how in the world do we build a version that's actually resilient? The book offers a really practical, hands-on method. So how do you do it? Well, the key is not to go tackle some huge, scary challenge and just hope you succeed. It's actually the opposite. You start small. You intentionally create a few small, manageable wins to build up that positive momentum. Maxwell tells this story from when he was a kid. For a whole week, he wrestled his older brother every single night, and he lost every single time. By the end of that week, his confidence was just gone. He felt like a complete failure. But his dad saw what was happening, and he wisely stepped in. For the next week, his dad wrestled him and let him win every night. And that little string of victories was all it took. It totally changed how Maxwell saw himself, and he went on to beat his brother consistently from then on. Small wins build real, lasting confidence.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. We've talked about the big idea, what people really want from us, and how to build that inner confidence to make it all happen. So now let's just boil it down into a simple playbook you can start using like today.
Here it is, a simple 3-step process. First, you look outward. You actively use those 5 qualities of the Golden Rule. Second, you develop that charismatic, there you are mindset. And third, you support the whole thing with that unshakable inner confidence that you built on a foundation of small, steady wins. And that really brings us to the final thought here. Becoming a people person isn't some huge, complex project. It can literally start right now with one person and one simple action. So think about it. Who in your world needs to catch that 10th ball today? Who can you lift up?